All right. So we have the function h of x, and it's equal to 4 plus 5x plus 2x cubed. And they want you to write out 4 new functions so that h of x equals f of x plus g of x plus n of x plus m of x. Now, these questions almost never get asked on the final exam. For one, because there's an infinite amount of answers that you could do. And two, there's a really simple shortcut that you can always use that makes these too simple and kind of redundant as a question. But first of all, what they were looking for, hoping that you would see, is you could have made your f of x equal to 4 and your g of x equal to 5x, and maybe n of x is 1x cubed and m of x is another x cubed. And can you see, if you added those all together, you would get 4 plus 5x plus 2x cubed. That would be one example. The reason these adding questions aren't the greatest is you could make f of x equal to 4 plus 5x plus 2x cubed, which would be exactly what you started with. And then what would all the other ones have to be? 0. And that's not wrong. Those are all functions. But can you see what kind of defeats the purpose of the question? You could do that every single time with adding ones or subtracting ones. You could just rewrite it and subtract 0. So in that kind of sense, they're not the greatest. Because what could we make for the subtracting one? We can make one of them the same and then just subtract 0. It's not wrong. But it's almost too easy or not that realistic. So these aren't the greatest questions. I think what could happen is they could give you this same question in part B to avoid this redundancy of just being able to put 0 and say, given that g of x equals 3x plus 5, find f of x so that h of x equals f of x minus g of x. That would be a little bit more involved. If I wanted h of x to equal f of x minus g of x, can you figure out what f of x would be? It makes sense that f of x would have to have a 2x cubed in it. Okay? And then if I need a 5x, how many x's would be in f of x? 8. Because if I have 8x minus 3x, I'm going to get 5x. And if my final answer needs to have a 4, what am I going to have in f of x? I'm going to have plus 9. So that was a little bit more involved than just rewriting one to be the same and making the other one 0. All right, so if you like writing zeros, you can do 7, 8, I, and II.